Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today is Stephanie Myers. Stephanie is a new business owner here in Front Royal. She has a business on Main Street called ReWed Bridals. And you just opened Sunday. That was I read your Facebook post, and she had appointments before she even opened. So
I did.
Stephanie's going to tell us a little bit about the ReWed wedding industry. I guess what you're going to call it. So tell us what you do there and what it's all about.
So ReWed Bridal is a mix of new and consignment, gently used wedding and formal wear. We also do decor and gifts that are handmade from local vendors. So it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can come and shop for your wedding dress, your accessories, your bridesmaids, for formals, proms, pageants. You can also then at the end of those events resell your dresses or your decor. You can pick up decor for your ceremony or your reception. So we can do anything from tablecloths, candles. We can do anything bigger. So if you've got like a handmade bar or archway for your wedding, we've got room for that too.
So if I have an idea for a wedding,
come here.
This is the place to go. And we were talking before we got into the studio here and about all the great things that you have. I said, well, do you have this? Yes. Do you have this? Yes. Yeah. So everything you need, she's got it. She's got about a 2,000 square foot space there on Main Street. It's right there across from the theater.
It is.
And so it's easy to find.
There's parking directly behind the building.
Right behind, and a few spaces in the front there on Main Street. But you have a good location. And I think this is really a good thing because there's not really anything like it in our community at all, or even in the area. I can remember there was a place in Winchester, and I think they've closed down. So that was a year or so ago when we were looking for some tuxedo rentals for my daughter.
Oh, yeah, and that's one thing I forgot to mention, tuxedo rentals.
Tuxedo rentals. I mean, one thing you need to do, I own 3 tuxedos in 3 different sizes.
Okay.
And probably none of them fit me. But that's something that, if I could rent one at the time, and I ended up buying one, that's something. Tuxedo when I got married 50 years ago. I had a white jacket and blue ruffled shirts, and is that coming back or what?
You would be amazed. So we have for the tuxedos, we have a catalog that you can come in and view, and we also have a large swatch book. And I don't know about the ruffles, but you would be surprised at some of the patterns. You could get these wild, crazy colors, patterns. I mean, especially for the kids, going to prom, they love it.
Sure,
so there's you can really get unique with the combination of suits and colors and patterns available.
I got online. I've seen people that wear all these, like Crazy Willie does down there at the ice cream shop. He's got a suit jacket and a costume for everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, people really like to be, if you're going to go to an event, you want to be noticed. Either an elegant event, you want to have a nice tuxedo on, or you want to go to a prom or something. This is a memory that you will remember a long time. I mean,
right, and then you can come in and we'll measure you. We've been expertly trained in measurement, so we'll make sure that your suit fits and arrives on time for your big event.
Well, I like the idea about this ReWed. I mean, it's kind of a clever play on words there, but you're right. We use these clothes for sometimes just a few hours, and they cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And I was telling Stephanie that my wife made her wedding dress, and but that was a long time ago.
It's a great way.
Those skills are gone, I think. But you're right. I think I've seen people looking for prom dresses, and they try them on, and they don't find that one thing. So it's good to have a place to.
And they're only worn, one time, one day. It's a great way when you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget. I mean, why spend the thousands of dollars? We have, anything from wedding dresses for $100 all the way up to $2,000-$3,000, and we have it in your budget. And you can get an amazing wedding dress, name brand wedding dresses, and also for the formal formal wear. You know, the formal wear, especially if you're doing pageants, you don't
Right.
wear the same dress more than once. It's just, it's a big no-no.
No, that's right. No,
So-
you never do that.
Yeah, so it's a good way to kind of save money, and then you can make, you know, the money back when you resell with us. So we consign. You pick the price that you want to sell the dress for, and that way you're making the money that you would like to get
Sure.
back for
So
that.
it's kind of a quasi rental that way.
It kind of is, you know, in a weird sort of way, but you're, you know, whether you're on a budget or not. And I know I was on a budget when I got married and wished that there was a place that I could have bought a wedding dress or even gotten my decor. I mean, you can just shop and browse, you know, for table decorations
Sure,
if you want
sure.
to, and it can be that simple. Or if you are attending a wedding, we have gifts for that, and it can be, you know, from the local community. So it's really just an all-encompassing one-stop wedding place.
I read in an article that we published that the less money you spend on a wedding, the longer your marriage will last.
I would like to hope that that would be true.
Well, you know,
I'm sure our families would all appreciate that.
yes. Well, you know, some of these people, you think they spend millions of dollars on a wedding, and then
It's
2 weeks later they, you know,
It's incredible. And if you think about some of the other life events that happen around the time you get married, you know, you're spending $10, $20, $30, $50,000 on a wedding for a one-day event versus that amount of money could be a down payment on a house. I know we bought the same year we got married, and you know, so we were concentrating on wanting to put that
Sure,
money
sure.
somewhere else and still have an amazing time with our family and friends.
well, and these things, these weddings, especially bridal gowns, like you said, I've looked through the stores and they look brand new. I mean, and again, she doesn't just take anything and everything. You've gone
That's
through
correct. So we have a pretty strict collection, you know, overview when you bring in a dress through us. So it has to be new within the last 5 years. It has to be currently in fashion, something that is, you know, trending right now. It cannot have any rips, tears, stains, and it must be dry cleaned within the last 90 days. You know, so those are really strict criteria that we have so that when you are shopping, you are really shopping at something that does look brand new. And there's a lot of times where brides, you know, they have second thoughts or weddings fall
Yeah,
through. So we
sure.
have a lot of brand new dresses, and we are also, as a store, sourcing new dresses as well. So you have an option. You can choose to buy a completely brand new dress, or you can buy something that, you know, still looks new.
Right. Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think the time is perfect now. The time has come. You can. It's always there's some things you just can't buy online. And
Oh.
wedding dresses are right to me.
You hear those nightmare stories or see them, I don't know, on YouTube or TikTok where, you know, people have gone to, you know, wish.com or overseas and ordered, you know, some
Right.
inexpensive wedding dress, and
Right.
it turns out to be a nightmare. You know,
And
it's
it
just-
looks good in the picture.
Yeah,
but
right,
It
and
doesn't really look too good when it comes time to when you get it, when it shows up on your doorstep.
Right. So this is a good way you can come try on the dresses and, you know, have it be exactly what you're looking for. We also partner with some local alterations
I was going to ask
companies.
you about that because you mentioned about the measurements. Some of these things just need a little tuck or
A little tweak. So we
Yeah.
have an alterations expert that we partner with, and she will sometimes come to the store. She will video chat with us. You know, any questions that we have about any alterations that need to be done to the dresses, she is there for it. So, you know, whether we need to take a dress in, or we need to, you know, maybe we have a dress that's a little too small, or, you know, you just want a nip or a tuck here or there.
Right,
You
right.
know, they have been fantastically
these
responsive.
type of garments are designed and normally made to be altered.
Yes.
I mean, there's always a little extra material, and even when they're altered again, they leave that material in there so they can be altered again.
That's
so,
correct. So even if there's a dress in our store that's been altered previously, it's usually a simple fix to either unalter it or fix it to your measurements.
It's not like a normal alteration. They know what they're doing when they alter these things because they're normally made to be reused again. I
Right.
noticed
Or
when I-
there's even, like we had yesterday, we had a bride that was looking for something very specific. She wanted a very specific color in her wedding dress. And, you know, so we called up the alterations lady, and she explained to us how we could custom create or add the color fabric to a dress that we already had on hand. So she found something that she really liked that had the lace and the shape that she was looking for, but maybe not the color. And so we can work that out. It was just a very simple fix to have her get the wedding
That's
dress
what
of
you
her.
want when you have someone that knows the business. This is a life-changing event for a young lady or a young man, and it's always a good way to start off on a good step. I think to have that worry away from you. Because I know, dealing with, the brides that come in that we do invitations and things for, it's one less thing they've got to worry about. I know.
It really is, and you pick up your wedding veil, your tiara, your shoes. We do shoes.
That's right.
Your gifts for, like, we have really cool gifts right now for your bridesmaid proposals. Those are really big. So people are proposing to their bridesmaids. Will you be my bridesmaid, my maid of honor?
Sure.
So we have gifts for that. So it really is just come
One thing
in.
I learned about wedding shoes, they're made to be re-dyed.
Some of them, yeah.
I was surprised because they want them to match, so they don't make a shoe in all these different colors. They make a shoe and you dye it to match something. I didn't realize they did that.
Yeah, it's pretty
clever,
pretty incredible. But we have shoes for all ranges of color for the wedding side, but also for the formal side as well.
Well, the formal side will be coming up here really quick for the proms, and I think that we'll have. Last year we had a prom, even with COVID. The local merchants put on a prom out at the country club. So I think this year we'll most likely have some sort of, at least no worse than that again, and they had a good attendance, and that's something that every high school student looks forward to as their prom.
Well, and one of the things that when I was looking for a location to set up, when I thought, this is what I want to do, I want to open a business, I want to open a wedding store, and I was looking for a place to do that, I fell in love with Front Royal, first of all. It's just a beautiful town, and people were so friendly. Every time I came here, everybody was so welcoming, and I thought, this would be a great place to bring the people from out of town that have never been here. If they're as welcoming to me that wants to open a business, they'll be welcoming to, the people coming in. And one of the very early on things that I heard was people are having to travel, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes away to Northern Virginia, to Maryland, to Richmond.
Yeah, not just once. Twice, because you got to get it, then you got to come back and you got to pick it up, then you got to take it back.
Yeah.
Have it altered.
And that's insane to me. So I thought, this is a need for this community. And then when I narrowed it down to, okay, where in this community do I want to set up? I wanted to be on Main Street. I wanted to be able to show, not just the people of the town, because they're very familiar already with Main Street, but the town of Front Royal, the people that are coming from out of town, there's a lot, going for this town. There's a lot to do. It could be a day trip. It could be a weekend trip.
Sure.
So I wanted a place where it would be an entire experience. Your fittings are a big deal, and going to a bridal store is a big deal.
Sure.
And I wanted to be able to have them, okay, they've come, they've brought their dress, let's go have lunch, let's go have a cup of coffee, or maybe it's dinner time, let's go have a drink or a glass of wine.
Sure.
So it really would be all
going to get people commuting the other direction, coming out to see you from Manassas and Fairfax. They'll drive out here. Because, people don't realize that, if you live in the city in Northern Virginia and you just want to go 6 miles away, it seems mileage-wise it's close, but it's an hour's drive. And you can drive out here and back in less time than they can drive across town.
Absolutely. And a lot of times, I'm very familiar with the Northern Virginia area, and a lot of times it really would be, okay, I need to get out of town. I need to get away from the hustle and bustle.
And this time of your life when you're getting married, this is a good thing to kind of let's have a day out with mother, daughter, and this bond with out in the country. So that'd be a good idea. Maybe that's something to promote.
Well, and we did a couple of test events before we opened the business. Over several years, we did them just like a one-day test event, and I had people from 7 different states show up to this event, either as a seller or as a shopper. And so it really tells you that people are willing to travel for something that they feel like they're getting a good value on.
Right, and a special day.
Yeah.
Again, it is a memory that people make to last a lifetime. So we're glad you're here, and we welcome you to the community.
Thank you so much.
And we'll do everything we can to help your business succeed, and we'll get this out to our viewers. And please share it around Facebook and social media that you have. All these other accounts that old people don't know about, like TikTok.
We are on all of those. We are on Facebook. It's ReWed Bridal. We're on Instagram. ReWed Bridal. We are on TikTok, although I think I've got like one video so far. I'm still new to TikTok. But we are there under ReWed Bridal as well. So you will be able to see, photos and videos of some of the dresses that we have as they come in. So we are big on on social media.
That's great. Well, we're glad to help, and we're glad you're here, Stephanie.
Thank you so
And
much.
have you come up with some generic hours you're going to be open?
We are. So we are going to be open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 6, and then Sundays from 12 to 5. We will be closed Mondays and Tuesdays. Appointments are recommended, although not required. We do want to be able to give you our undivided attention. So when you make an appointment, you are going to be the only person that we are working with at that time. We want to be able to make sure that we are able to hear what you're looking for and spend the time that you feel like you need and deserve. So
Well, you need to do that because it's not a just walk in, buy it off the shelf, and walk out. It takes a lot of consultation and assistance to help people to get that perfect thing they're looking for.
it does, and we are, we are worried about COVID, so we want to make sure that, we're social distancing. Masks are required in the store, absolutely. We are, going to ask that you bring a limited amount of people as well.
Right,
Bring
right.
your parent or that important person that is helping you make those decisions. Maybe want your maid of honor or something like that. But we ask that you not bring your entire bridal party or make it into a big thing. It just right now, COVID is a really number one priority for us in making sure that we're
the groom
safe.
at home, they just get in the way. Trust me, they don't want to be involved with wedding dress stuff.
No, but we did have one bride and groom set come yesterday, and it was kind of fun because we were able to work on, one with his tuxedo and then the other
there you
one
go.
with the wedding dress. So
No,
she
I wasn't
shopped.
thinking about that.
Well, I worked with him, and then vice versa. So
Right,
it is.
bring the groom.
Yeah, it's a thing. So
That's great. Well, Stephanie, good luck on everything. I know it'll be a great success here in the community. We love new businesses.
Thank you so
We love
much.
Main Street businesses, and again, thank you so much.
thank you. I'm happy to be
You
here.
keep us posted as we go forward, as we get closer to the
We'll
wedding
do.
cycle.
Actually, we have a grand opening scheduled through the Chamber of Commerce. We'll be doing it on March 17th. We'll be having a whole week of specials, so each
Right.
day will be something different. We'll have the mayor here and do our big ribbon cutting
Sure.
on.
We'll be there with our camera.
That would be
we
amazing.
do a lot of those things.
Yeah,
we'll be there.
we'll have specials and goodies and treats and giveaways that entire week.
That'd be great. Well, we'll see you then on the 17th.
All right, sounds good.
That sounds like St. Patty's Day.
It sure is. It sure is. So we'll have some fun themed giveaways for St.
All right.
Patrick's Day.
Thanks again, Stephanie.
All right, thank you.